Hello everyone, and welcome to Synapse. I'm thrilled to have you here as we embark on an exciting journey into the microscopic world of biology. Today, for CBSE Class 9 Biology, we are diving deep into the fascinating topic of the cell, specifically exploring the cytoplasm, that incredible jelly-like substance found between the cell membrane and the nucleus. We'll start with the basics, then gradually uncover its complex roles, moving through easy, medium, hard, and hardest levels of understanding. Get ready to explore the bustling inner environment of your cells. Ready to discover the cell's secret ingredient? Let's start with the basics of cytoplasm. Imagine your cell as a tiny house. The cytoplasm is like the clear, jelly-like material that fills up most of the space inside this house, surrounding all the furniture and appliances. It's found right between the outer wall, which is the cell membrane, and the main control room, the nucleus. This jelly is mostly water, but it also has many important salts and proteins dissolved in it. It's the bustling environment where almost all the cell's daily activities happen, making it a crucial part of every living cell. Now, let's break down what's inside this jelly. The cytoplasm has two main components. First, there's the cytosol, which is the actual clear, semi-fluid, jelly-like part itself. Think of it as the liquid base. Floating within this cytosol are tiny, specialized structures called cell organelles. Each organelle is like a mini-organ, performing a specific job. For example, mitochondria generate energy, and ribosomes build proteins. So, the cytoplasm is really a team effort between the cytosol and all these tiny, hard-working organelles. Time to test your understanding of the easy concepts. Question 1. What is cytoplasm and where is it located within a cell? Question 2. Name the two main components of cytoplasm. And question 3. Give one important function of the cytoplasm. Pause the video, think about your answers, and then you can check your understanding as we move on to the next level. Alright, fantastic. Now that we've covered the basics, let's step up our game and explore the cytoplasm in a bit more detail. The cytoplasm is much more than just a simple jelly, it's the entire material enclosed by the cell membrane, excluding the nucleus. It's a semi-fluid, translucent, and often viscous substance that forms the bulk of the cell's volume. Think of it as the cell's internal ocean, full of vital components. Its complex structure, made of water, ions, proteins, and other organic molecules, provides the perfect medium for all the intricate intracellular activities that keep the cell alive and functioning. It's truly the cell's dynamic inner environment. Delving deeper into its components, the cytoplasm consists of three key elements. First, the cytosol, the aqueous, gel-like matrix that makes up 70–80% of the cell's volume. This is where many crucial metabolic reactions, like glycolysis, occur. Second, we have the cell organelles, specialized, often membrane-bound structures such as the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and mitochondria, each performing distinct, vital functions. And finally, cytoplasmic inclusions. These are non-living components like stored nutrients, pigment granules, or crystals, serving as reserves or byproducts within the cell. The cytoplasm performs several vital functions. It acts as a metabolic hub, hosting pathways like glycolysis and fatty acid synthesis. It's essential for intracellular transport, with cytoplasmic streaming facilitating movement of substances. It's also critical for storage and homeostasis, maintaining the cell's internal balance of water, ions, and nutrients. And importantly, it helps maintain cell shape and support, along with the cytoskeleton. Remember, protoplasm is the entire living cell content, including the nucleus and membrane, while cytoplasm specifically excludes the nucleus. This dynamic environment is always in motion, ensuring efficient cellular function. Great job so far. Let's check your grasp of the medium-level concepts. Question 1. Differentiate between cytoplasm and protoplasm. Question 2. List 3 important metabolic functions that occur in the cytoplasm. Question 3. Explain the role of cytoplasmic streaming. Question 4. Name any 2 types of cytoplasmic inclusions. And question 5. How do organelles contribute to the overall function of the cytoplasm? Take your time to answer these, and let's get ready for the hard challenge. You're doing great. Now, prepare to unlock even deeper insights into the cytoplasm. Let's tackle the hard level. The cytoplasm is far from a simple jelly. It's a sophisticated, highly organized system. The presence of numerous membrane-bound organelles creates distinct compartments, allowing specialized biochemical reactions to occur simultaneously without interference, a process called compartmentalization, vital for eukaryotic cell efficiency. A dynamic network of protein filaments, the cytoskeleton, provides structural integrity, dictates cell shape, and acts as tracks for internal transport. Water makes up 70 to 80% of the cytoplasm, acting as a universal solvent and participating in countless reactions. This complex molecular architecture, packed with proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, and ions, makes the cytoplasm a bustling, efficient cellular factory. The cytosol, the fluid part of the cytoplasm, is a vibrant metabolic hub. It's where glycolysis, the foundational pathway for glucose breakdown and ATP generation, occurs entirely. Another crucial pathway, the pentose phosphate pathway, also cytosolic, generates NADPH, essential for reductive biosynthesis and precursors for nucleotide synthesis. The initial steps of fatty acid synthesis also take place here. Protein synthesis by free ribosomes occurs in the cytosol, and importantly, many intricate signal transduction cascades, initiated by external stimuli, propagate through cytoplasmic components, ultimately leading to specific cellular responses. It's a true powerhouse of biochemical activity. Let's compare cytoplasm across different cell types and its role in division. In prokaryotic cells, cytoplasm is simpler, lacking membrane-bound organelles and a true nucleus. Genetic material floats freely. Eukaryotic cells, however, have a true nucleus and an extensive network of membrane-bound organelles, leading to greater complexity. Cytokinesis, the division of cytoplasm, is the final stage of cell division. In animal cells, a contractile ring pinches the cell in two, forming a cleavage furrow. In plant cells, a cell plate forms in the middle, creating a new cell wall. The cytoplasm also crucially maintains cellular homeostasis, regulating pH, ion concentrations, and in plant cells, contributing to turgor pressure for structural support. Excellent work! Now, let's solidify your understanding with these hard-level questions. Question 1. Discuss the concept of compartmentalization within the eukaryotic cytoplasm and its significance. Question 2. Compare and contrast the cytoplasm of a prokaryotic cell with that of a eukaryotic cell, highlighting at least 2 key differences. Question 3. Describe the role of the cytoskeleton in maintaining cytoplasmic organization. Question 4. Explain how cytokinesis differs in animal and plant cells. Question 5. Detail 2 important metabolic pathways that are entirely or largely confined to the cytosol. Question 6. How does the cytoplasm contribute to maintaining cellular homeostasis? And question 7. Briefly explain the role of cytoplasm in signal transduction. Take your time to craft thorough answers. You've mastered the hard concepts. Now, let's push the boundaries of your knowledge and explore the most advanced aspects of cytoplasm. Get ready for the hardest level. The journey to understand cytoplasm began in the 19th century with scientists like Dujardin and Purkinje, who observed the living jelly they called sarcode or protoplasm. Kollikar later coined cytoplasm to refer specifically to the non-nuclear contents. However, it was the advent of electron microscopy in the mid-20th century with pioneers like Claude, Dewey, and Palade that truly revolutionized our view. It transformed the cytoplasm from a seemingly homogeneous protoplasmic soup into a highly intricate, compartmentalized world teeming with dynamic organelles. This historical evolution highlights how scientific understanding is constantly refined by new technologies and observations. At a molecular level, the cytosol is a highly concentrated, crowded environment, not just simple water. This macromolecular crowding significantly impacts biochemical reactions and protein folding. The cytoskeleton is the cell's internal engineering marvel, a dynamic network of protein filaments. Microfilaments, made of actin, are crucial for cell shape, movement, and muscle contraction. Intermediate filaments provide mechanical strength, resisting tension. Microtubules act as tracks for transporting organelles and are vital for cell division and forming cilia flagella. The constant assembly and disassembly of these elements, known as dynamic instability, allow cells to rapidly change shape, move, and precisely transport materials, showcasing remarkable cellular engineering. The cytoplasm is a central hub for signal transduction pathways, translating external stimuli into specific cellular responses. Receptors on the cell membrane initiate cascades involving cytoplasmic enzymes and second messengers like CAMP or CA2+. These cascades amplify and integrate signals, leading to complex cellular decisions like regulating gene expression or triggering apoptosis through cytoplasmic caspases. Metabolically, the cytoplasm works in synergy with organelles. For example, gluconeogenesis, glucose synthesis, involves initial mitochondrial steps, but the majority of the pathway occurs in the cytosol. The ubiquitin proteasome system, a major protein degradation pathway, also operates primarily in the cytoplasm, crucial for protein quality control and cellular regulation. Beyond nuclear DNA, the cytoplasm holds genetic information, notably in mitochondrial DNA, metric-ton DNA, which is maternally inherited. Mutations in metric-ton DNA can cause severe mitochondrial diseases affecting high-energy tissues. Furthermore, cytoplasmic determinants in egg cells play a crucial role in early embryonic development and cell differentiation. Many viruses exploit the host cytoplasm for their replication, hijacking cellular machinery for protein synthesis and assembly, leading to diverse diseases. The cytoplasm's dynamic nature is also central to cell motility. Amoeboid movement is driven by actin filament dynamics, while ciliary and flagellar motility depend on dynein motor proteins associated with cytoplasmic microtubules. This intricate cytoplasmic activity is fundamental to cell migration, tissue formation, and overall organismal development. You've delved into the deepest aspects of cytoplasm. Let's challenge your expertise with the first 5 hardest level questions. Question 1. Trace the historical evolution of the understanding of cytoplasm, from early observations to modern cell biology. Question 2. Elaborate on the molecular architecture of the cytosol, particularly the concept of macromolecular crowding and its implications for cellular biochemistry. Question 3. Describe the structure and dynamic functions of the 3 major components of the cytoskeleton within the cytoplasm. Question 4. Explain how cytoplasmic signaling pathways achieve amplification and integration of external stimuli, providing an example. Question 5. Discuss the interplay between cytoplasmic and organelle-specific metabolic pathways, using gluconeogenesis as an example. Here are the remaining 5 hardest level questions to truly test your comprehensive understanding. Question 6. Explain the concept of cytoplasmic inheritance, focusing on mitochondrial DNA and its relevance to human disease. Question 7. How do viruses exploit the host cell's cytoplasm for their replication cycle, and what are the consequences for the host cell? Question 8. Detail the mechanisms by which the cytoplasm facilitates amoeboid movement and ciliary flagellar motility. Question 9. discuss the role of cytoplasmic determinants in early embryonic development and cell differentiation. And question 10, analyze the significance of the ubiquitin proteasome system, located primarily in the cytoplasm, in maintaining protein quality control and cellular regulation. Good luck! And that brings us to the end of our incredibly detailed exploration of the cytoplasm. From its basic jelly-like nature to its complex molecular architecture, metabolic functions, and crucial roles in cellular dynamics and inheritance, we've covered a vast landscape of knowledge. I hope you've enjoyed this journey and gained a deeper appreciation for this vital part of every cell. Remember, learning is a continuous process, and there's always more to discover. For more such engaging and in-depth educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more fascinating lessons. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning. See you next time.